My beloved brothers and sisters, every single one of us is searching for ease, happiness, and success. But let me tell you something powerful. The road to all of that is not always smooth. It is filled with tests, delays, hardships, and moments where you feel like giving up. And in those very moments, Allah is watching how you respond. Patience is not weakness, it is strength. It is the ability to hold yourself together when everything around you seems to be falling apart. Anyone can smile when life is easy, but only the strong can remain patient when life becomes difficult. Sometimes we ask, why me? Why is this happening to me? But we forget that tests are not a sign that Allah has left you. In fact, they are a sign that Allah is paying attention to you. He is giving you an opportunity to rise, to grow, and to come closer to Him. The problem is not the test itself, it is how we react to it. When you choose patience, something beautiful happens. Even in this world, Allah begins to reward you. You may not notice it immediately, but slowly your heart becomes stronger. Your mind becomes calmer. Your ability to handle life improves. Doors begin to open in ways you never expected. How many times have you gone through something difficult only to realize later that it saved you from something worse? How many delays turned out to be blessings? That is the beauty of trusting Allah's plan. What you see as a problem today might actually be protection. But my dear brothers and sisters, the real reward of patience is not just in this world. The real reward is in the hereafter. A reward so Arabic leaf, 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 that Allah says it will be given without measure. Imagine receiving something without limit, without Arabic leaf, Arabic leaf, Arabic leaf, Arabic leaf, Arabic ba. That is what awaits those who remain patient. On the day of judgment, when people are struggling, when people are worried about their deeds, there will be a group of people who will be honored, those who were patient. They held back their anger. They controlled their tongues. They trusted Allah when things didn't make sense. So how do we become among them? Start small. Control your reaction when you are upset. Hold your tongue when you are angry. Trust Allah when things don't go your way. Remember that every moment of patience is being recorded. Not a single tear, not a single struggle goes unnoticed. And always remind yourself, this life is temporary. Whatever you are going through will pass. But the reward you earn through patience will last forever. So be patient, my dear brothers and sisters. Be patient when it is hard. Be patient when it hurts. Be patient when you don't understand. Because those who are patient are rewarded not only in this world, but in the hereafter in ways beyond imagination. May Allah make us among those who are patient, and may He grant us the best in this world and the best in the hereafter. Ameen. My beloved brothers and sisters, when we speak about patience, many people immediately think it means to be quiet, to be passive, or to simply tolerate Arabic tat, Arabic lam, Arabic meme and hardship without any reaction. But this understanding is incomplete. Patience in Islam is not weakness. It is not giving up. It is not staying silent when you are able to do good. Rather, patience is Arabic kaf, Arabic waba, Arabic tamarbuta. It is strength of the highest level. Patience is when your heart is hurting, but your tongue still speaks goodness. Patience is when your mind is overwhelmed, yet you continue to trust Allah. Patience is when everything inside you wants to react emotionally, but you hold yourself back for the sake of what is right. This is not easy. This is Arabic kaf, Arabic kawa, Arabic tamarbuta. This is strength. Anyone can react. Anyone can get angry. Anyone can shout, complain, or even lose hope. That is the easiest thing to do. But the one who controls themselves in that moment, the one who says, I will respond in a way that pleases Allah, that person is strong. That person has understood what patience truly means. Look at your daily life. You are tested in ways you don't even realize. Someone speaks to you harshly, what do? Do you respond with even more harshness, or do you control yourself? Something doesn't go your way. Do you complain, or do you say, Alhamdulillah, there must be a reason? You are facing delays in your Arabic rat, Arabic sain, Arabic kaf, in your plans, in your dreams. Do you lose hope, or do you continue striving while trusting Allah's timing? Patience is not about doing nothing. It is about doing the right thing even when it is difficult. It is about continuing your efforts, continuing your Arabic teen, Arabic pa, Arabic tal, Arabic tal, Arabic tala, Arabic tala, Arabic ta, continuing your good character, even when you are tired, even when you feel like giving up. Sometimes people think being patient means you cannot feel pain. Even the prophets felt pain. They cried. They were hurt. They were tested more than anyone else. But what made them Arabic alif, Arabic lam, Arabic na, Arabic na, Arabic na, Arabic na, Arabic na, Arabic na, was not the absence of pain, it was their response to it. They remained firm. They remained connected to Allah. They did not allow their hardships to take them away from their purpose And this is where we need to reflect. When we go through difficulty, does it bring us closer to Allah or push us away? Do we increase in our patience or do we increase in our complaints? Because patience is not just about enduring the situation, it is about maintaining your relationship with Allah during that situation. There is also another side of patience that we often forget. Patience is not only in hardship, patience is also in obedience. It takes patience to wake up for Fajr when you are tired. It takes patience to lower your gaze in a world full of distractions. It takes patience to remain honest when dishonesty seems easier. It takes patience to stay away from sin when temptation is everywhere. So patience is in three things: patience in hardship, patience in obedience, and patience in staying away from sin. And each one requires strength. Each one requires effort. Each one is a struggle, but a beautiful struggle. My dear brothers and sisters, the reason patience is so powerful is because it transforms you. When you are patient, you are not just waiting, you are growing. You are becoming stronger emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. You are training your heart to rely on Allah instead of relying on circumstances. And when you reach that level, something incredible happens. Your peace no longer depends on what is happening around you. Your peace comes from your trust in Allah. Even if things are not perfect, your heart remains calm because you know that Allah is in control. That is why patience is described as light. It illuminates your path in times of darkness. It gives you clarity when you are confused. It gives you stability when everything around you feels unstable. So never think that patience is a sign of weakness. The Arabicalif, Arabiclif, Arabiclem, Arabicit, Arabiclem, Arabiclic, Arabiclem, Arbuta is the opposite. The one who is patient is the strongest person in the room because they have control over themselves. They have control over their reactions. They have control over their emotions. And remember, every moment of patience is seen by Allah. Every time you hold back your anger, every time you choose trust over doubt, you create a space for healing and growth. Every time you continue doing good despite your struggles, it is all being recorded. Nothing is lost. So strive to be among those who are patient, not because it is easy, but because it is powerful. Not because it removes hardship instantly, but because it brings you closer to Allah and makes you stronger than you ever imagined. My beloved brothers and sisters, one of the biggest misunderstandings we have when we go through difficulties is that we begin to think Allah has abandoned us. The moment things become hard, the moment our plans don't work out, the moment doors begin to close, we start asking, where is Allah in my life? But the reality is something completely different. The tests you are going through are not a sign of abandonment, they are a sign of Allah's attention. Think about it carefully. When a teacher wants the best students to succeed, do they give them easy exams or challenging ones? They test them more because they know their potential. In a similar way, when Allah tests you, it is not to break you. It is because He knows what you are capable of becoming. He is elevating you. He is shaping you. He is preparing you for something greater. Sometimes we only see the pain, but we don't see the purpose. We only see what we have lost, but we don't see what we are gaining. A hardship can be the very reason your sins are forgiven. A delay can be the very reason you are protected. A closed door can be the very reason a better door opens later. You see, if Allah wanted to leave you, He could have allowed you to continue in heedlessness without any reminder, without any wake-up call. But instead, He sends moments into your life that make you stop, reflect, and turn back to Him. That itself is a sign of mercy. How many people only remember Allah when they are in difficulty? When everything is going well, they forget their prayers. They forget their connection. But when hardship comes, suddenly their hands are raised in dua. Their hearts become soft. Their eyes begin to shed tears. That difficulty became the means of reconnecting with Allah. So, was it really a punishment or was it a hidden gift? My dear brothers and sisters, Allah does not test you because He hates you. He tests you because He loves you and wants the good for you. The problem is we judge everything based on how it feels in the moment. If it feels good, we think it is Arabic chet, Arabic rat. If it feels painful, we think it is bad. But Allah's wisdom is far beyond our limited understanding. There are things you are asking for right now that you are not ready for. There are things you are chasing that may harm you. There are situations you want so badly, but Allah, in His knowledge, knows that if He gives them to you now, it may distance you from Him or even destroy you. So He delays, He redirects, He replaces, not to punish you, but to protect you. And this is where patience and trust come together. You may not understand why something is happening, but you trust that Allah understands. You may not see the full picture, but you believe that Allah sees everything. That belief gives you peace even in the middle of chaos. Look at the lives of those who came before us. The most beloved to Allah were tested the most. They went through hardships that we cannot even imagine. Yet they never said, Allah has left us. Instead, they turned to Him even more. They saw their tests as a means of drawing closer, not a reason to turn away. So when you are facing a test, change your perspective. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is Allah teaching me through this? Instead of saying, Allah has abandoned me, remind yourself, Allah is giving me a chance to come closer to Him. And remember, every test has an end. No difficulty lasts forever. But what remains is what you did during that difficulty. Did it bring you closer to Allah or push you further away? Did it increase your patience or increase your complaints? My beloved brothers and sisters, Allah is closer to you in your hardship than you realize. He hears every dua you make, even the ones you whisper in your heart. He sees every tear you shed, even the ones no one else notices. He knows your struggle better than you know it yourself. So never think that you are alone. Never think that you have been forgotten. Your test is a sign that Allah is working in your life. He is writing a story for you that you may not understand right now. But one day, you will look back and realize that every difficulty had a purpose. Hold on to that hope. Hold on to that trust. Because the one who is testing you is also the one who will bring you through it. My beloved brothers and sisters, when we speak about patience, many people immediately think that the reward is only in the hereafter. They imagine that they must endure all the pain now, and only after they leave this world will they finally see the fruits of their labor. But this understanding is incomplete. Allah, in His mercy, does not wait until the hereafter to reward the patient. He begins rewarding them right here in this dunya in ways that are subtle, powerful, and deeply transformative. One of the first rewards of patience in this world is inner peace. You may be surrounded by chaos, facing uncertainty, dealing with people who don't understand you, or going through hardships that seem overwhelming. Yet, when you choose patience, Allah places a calmness in your heart that cannot be explained. It is not that your problems disappear, but your ability to handle them becomes stronger. Your Arabic kaf, Arabic lam, Arabic ba finds a Arabic noon, Arabic wa, Arabic teen of tranquility that people with everything in this world sometimes cannot achieve. How many people have wealth, comfort, and ease, yet they are restless, anxious, and constantly worried? And how many people have very little, yet they sleep peacefully at night because their hearts are connected to Allah? That peace is a reward. That contentment is a reward. It is Allah showing you that sabr is not empty. It produces something beautiful inside you. Another reward of patience in this world is clarity. When you are patient, you do not rush into decisions driven by emotion. You do not react in ways you later regret. Instead, you begin to see situations more clearly. You understand people better. You recognize what truly matters and what does not. Patience gives you the ability to pause, to reflect, and to respond with wisdom rather than impulse. And with that clarity comes better outcomes. Many times the mistakes we make in life are not because we lack knowledge, but because we lack patience. We rush into relationships, we rush into decisions, we react in anger, and then we regret it later. But the one who practices patience avoids many of these regrets. They move carefully, they think before they act, and as a result, Allah blesses their decisions. My dear brothers and sisters, patience also strengthens your character. It builds resilience within you. The more you practice sabr, the more you realize that you are capable of handling things you once thought would break you. You become emotionally stronger. You become spiritually stronger. You become someone who can stand firm even when life becomes difficult. And people notice this. They are drawn to those who are calm, composed, and patient. They trust them. They respect them. Your sabr becomes a means of influencing others positively. Without even speaking much, your character becomes a form of dawah. People begin to see the beauty of Islam through your behavior. Another beautiful reward of patience in this world is that Allah opens doors for you in ways you never expected. Sometimes when you are patient during a delay, Allah replaces what you wanted with something far better. Sometimes when you are patient during a loss, Allah grants you something that you never even imagined asking for. You may have experienced this in your own life. There were things you wanted so badly, and when you didn't get them, you felt disappointed. But later on, you realize that what Allah gave you instead was much better. That is the result of trusting Allah and remaining patient. He does not take something away from you except that He has something better planned. Patience also brings barakah into your life. It may not always increase the quantity of what you have, but it increases the quality. A small amount becomes enough. Your time becomes more productive. Your efforts bring better results. Your relationships improve because you handle them with care and understanding. And perhaps one of the most powerful rewards of patience in this world is that it brings you closer to Allah. Every time you choose patience over frustration, every time you choose trust over doubt, you are strengthening your connection with Him. You begin to rely on Him more. You turn to Him more often. And that connection becomes your greatest source of strength. My beloved brothers and sisters, the rewards of patience are not always loud or obvious. They are often quiet, subtle, and deeply personal, but they are real, they are powerful, and they are life-changing. So when you are being patient, do not think that nothing is happening. Do not think that your effort is going unnoticed. Allah is already rewarding you. He is shaping your heart, strengthening your character, guiding your decisions, and preparing something greater for you. Remain patient, not only for what awaits you in the hereafter, but also for the beauty that Allah is already placing in your life right now. My beloved brothers and sisters, one of the most difficult things for the human heart to accept is delay. When we want something, we want it now. When we make dua, we expect an immediate response. When we plan our lives, we imagine a straight path from where we are to where we want to be. But Allah, in His infinite wisdom, does not always allow things to unfold according to our timing. And that is where many people struggle. Delays can feel painful. They can make you question yourself. They can make you wonder whether your efforts are even worth it. You might be trying your best, making dua, working hard, staying consistent, yet nothing seems to be moving. Doors remain closed. Opportunities don't come. And slowly, frustration begins to build. But my dear brothers and sisters, what you see as delay is not neglect. What you feel as stagnation is not failure. There is always wisdom behind what Allah allows and what He withholds. The problem is, we only see a small part of the picture, while Allah sees the entire picture, past, present, and future. Sometimes Allah delays something because you are not ready for it yet. You may think you are prepared, but Allah knows that if He gives it to you now, it might overwhelm you, distract you, or even harm you. So He gives you more time to grow, time to learn, time to become the person who can handle that blessing properly. At other times, Allah delays something because He is preparing something better. You may be asking for one specific thing, but Allah knows that there is something greater waiting for you. If He gives you what you want right now, you might settle for less and miss out on something far more valuable. So He delays not to deprive you, but to elevate you. And sometimes the delay itself is the blessing. During that waiting period, you turn to Allah more sincerely. Your duas become deeper. Your connection with Him becomes stronger. You begin to reflect, to improve yourself, to change in ways you never would have if everything had been given to you immediately. That transformation is priceless. My beloved brothers and sisters, we must also understand that difficulties are not random. Every hardship carries a lesson. Every struggle has a purpose. But those lessons are not always obvious in the moment. You may only understand them later when you look back and see how everything connected. How many times in your life have you faced something that seemed like a setback, only to realize later that it was actually a turning point? A rejection that led you to a better opportunity. A loss that brought you closer to Allah. A delay that protected you from making a wrong decision. These are not coincidences. This is the wisdom of Allah unfolding in your life. But to see that wisdom, you need patience. Without patience, every delay feels like punishment. Every difficulty feels like Arabic dot, Arabic lam, Arabic meme. And that mindset can lead a person to despair. But with patience, your perspective changes. You begin to trust that there is Arabic alif, Arabic lam, Arabic het, Arabic het, Arabic ra in what you are going through, even if you cannot see it yet. It is also important to remember that this life is not meant to be perfect. If everything happened exactly the way we wanted, if there were no delays, no difficulties, no challenges, then where would be the test? Where would be the opportunity to show patience, to show trust, to grow spiritually? Allah tests us through both what He gives and what He withholds. Sometimes not getting what you want is actually a greater mercy than receiving it, because Allah knows the consequences that you do not see. So when you are facing delays, do not lose hope. Do not think that your duas are not being heard. Allah hears every single one of them. He responds in the best way and at the best time. Your responsibility is to continue making dua, to continue striving, and to remain patient. Remind yourself that Allah's timing is always perfect. It is never early, never late. It is exactly when it needs to be. And when something finally comes into your life at the right time, you will understand why it had to be delayed. My dear brothers and sisters, there is a hidden beauty in trusting Allah during times of uncertainty. It requires you to let go of your need to control everything and to place your trust in the one who controls all things. And when you do that, your heart finds a Arabic noon, Arabic wa Arabic ni of peace that cannot be found anywhere else. So embrace the delays, embrace the difficulties, not because they are easy, but because you know they are meaningful. You know they are part of a plan that is greater than your understanding. And always remember, what is meant for you will never miss you. And what misses you is never meant for you. Trust in that, remain patient, and allow Allah's wisdom to unfold in your life in the most beautiful way. My beloved brothers and sisters, When we speak about patience, we often focus on what we are going through right now, the struggles, the hardships, the emotional weight that we carry. But let us lift our perspective beyond this temporary life and reflect on something far greater, the promise of Allah for those who remain patient in the hereafter. In this world, even the greatest rewards are limited. No matter how much wealth a person has, it eventually comes to an end. No matter how much happiness someone experiences, it is never constant. Everything in this dunya is temporary, incomplete and fragile. But the hereafter is different. The hereafter is eternal. And what Allah has prepared there for the patient is beyond anything we can imagine. Allah tells us that those who are patient will be rewarded without measure. Just think about that for a moment. Everything we do in this world has a limit. We measure time, money, effort and results. But when it comes to the reward of patience, Allah does not place a limit on it. It is open, vast and beyond calculation. Imagine standing on the day of judgment when people are worried about their deeds, when people are afraid of what they will face, when even small actions feel heavy. And then there is a group of people who are being honored, a group whose rewards are being given in abundance, not counted, not restricted. These are the people who were patient. They were patient when they were hurt. They were patient when they were tested. They were patient when life did not go according to their plans. They held back their anger, controlled their desires, trusted Allah in moments of uncertainty, and remained firm in their faith. And now, on that day, Allah is honoring them in a way that reflects their struggle. My dear brothers and sisters, one of the most powerful aspects of this reward is that it compensates for every pain you have ever felt, every tear you shed, every sleepless night, every moment of sadness, every Arabic meme you endured. Nothing is lost. In this world, people may not understand your pain. They may not see your struggle. But Allah sees it all and He preserves it for a reward that will make you forget the hardship completely. There are narrations that describe how, on the day of judgment, when those who face the greatest hardships in this world see the rewards prepared for them, they will wish that they had gone through even more difficulty, not because they love pain, but because of the Arabic Farsi, Arabic meme reward they are receiving. That is how generous Allah is. And think about Jannah, my beloved brothers and sisters, a place where there is no pain, no sadness, no fear, no stress. A place where your heart is completely at peace. A place where you will never feel tired, never feel disappointed, never feel hurt again. And among its highest degrees are those reserved for the patient. The patient are not just entering Jannah, they are being elevated within it. They are being welcomed with honor. They are being greeted with peace. They are being given a position that reflects the strength they showed in this world. But to reach that level, patience is required. Not occasional patience, not temporary patience, but consistent patience. The kind of patience that continues even when things do not improve immediately. The kind of patience that remains firm even when the test becomes heavy. My beloved brothers and sisters, this life is very short. No matter how long it feels, it will come to an end. And when it does, all that will remain are your deeds and your connection with Allah. The struggles you faced will no longer matter in the same way. What will matter is how you responded to them. So when you are going through something difficult, remind yourself of what is waiting for you. Remind yourself that this is not the end of your story. This is just a small part of a much bigger journey. Every moment of patience is an investment in your hereafter. Every time you hold yourself back for the sake of Allah, you are building something eternal. You are earning a reward that will never fade, never decrease, and never disappoint you. And perhaps the most beautiful part of it all is this. When you finally receive that reward, when you finally enter Jannah and experience its beauty, you will realize that it was all worth it. Every hardship, every delay, every moment of patience, it will all make sense. So be patient, my dear brothers and sisters. Not just for this world, but for what lies beyond it. Because the reward of patience in the hereafter is not just great, it is beyond imagination, beyond expectation, and beyond anything this world could ever offer. May Allah make us among those who are patient and grant us the highest Arabic Dal, Arabic Rat, Arabic Jim, Arabic Alif, Arabic Ta in Jannah. Ameen. My beloved brothers and sisters, when we speak about patience, it is easy to admire it in theory. It sounds beautiful. It feels inspiring. But the real question is, how do we actually develop patience in our daily lives? Because patience is not something that appears overnight. It is built step by step through conscious effort and sincere intention. The first thing we need to understand is that patience begins in the heart, but it is strengthened through actions. You cannot simply say, I want to be patient, and expect it to happen without effort. You must train yourself just like you would train your body or your mind. And that training begins with awareness. Start by becoming aware of your reactions. When something goes wrong, when someone upsets you, when you face a delay, pause for a moment. Don't react immediately. That pause is powerful. In that small moment, you are creating space between your emotion and your action. And in that space, you have a choice. You can either react in a way you might regret or respond in a way that earns the pleasure of Allah. Control of the tongue is one of the strongest signs of patience. How often do we say things in anger that we later wish we could take back? Words can damage relationships, break hearts, and create regret that lasts for years. But the patient person learns to hold back. Even when they are hurt, they choose their words carefully. Sometimes they choose silence, not because they have nothing to say, but because they know that silence in that moment is better than Arabic alif, Arabic lam, Arabic lam, Arabic lam, Arabic lef, Arabic meme that causes harm. Another practical way to develop patience is through consistent Arabic tan, Arabic ba, Arabic tal, Arabic tal, Arabic tal, Arabic tal, Arabic tal. Your connection with Allah is your greatest source of strength. When you pray regularly, when you make dua, when you remember Allah throughout your day, your heart becomes stronger. It becomes more capable of handling difficulties. Obi, Arabakalif, Arabaktal, Arabakalif, Arabaktal, Arabaktal, Arabaktalif, Arabakta are not just rituals, they are tools that help you navigate life with patience and clarity. Look at Salah, for example. It teaches you discipline. It teaches you to pause your life and reconnect with Allah multiple times a day. That regular connection builds a sense of stability within you. And when you have that stability, you are less likely to be shaken by the challenges around you. Gratitude also plays a powerful role in developing patience. When you focus only on what is going wrong, your heart becomes heavy and patience becomes harder. But when you remind yourself of what you still have, your perspective begins to shift. You realize that even within difficulty, there are blessings. That realization softens your heart and makes it easier to remain patient. It is also important to manage your expectations. Many times our frustration comes not from the situation itself, but from our expectations of how things should be. We expect people to behave in a certain way. We expect life to follow a certain plan. And when reality does not match those expectations, we become impatient. But when you understand that life is a test, that people are imperfect, and that things will not always go your way, you become more accepting. That acceptance does not remove the difficulty, but it reduces the emotional resistance you feel towards it. And that makes patience easier. Surrounding yourself with the right people also helps. When you are around those who are calm, positive, and mindful of Allah, their behavior influences you. They remind you to be patient. They encourage you when you feel weak. On the other hand, if you are constantly around negativity, complaints, and anger, it becomes much harder to develop patience. My beloved brothers and sisters, patience also grows when you remind yourself of the bigger picture. This life is temporary. The problems you are facing today will not last forever, but the way you respond to them will have lasting consequences. When you keep the hereafter in your mind, it becomes easier to carry the difficulties of this world. And finally, always make dua for patience. Never underestimate the power of asking Allah to strengthen your heart. You are not expected to do this alone. The one who tests you is also the one who can give you the strength to pass the test. Ask Allah to grant you sabr in your hardships, sabr in your Arabic ba, Arabic alif, Arabic dal, Arabic dala, Arabic talaf, Arabic talaf, and sabr in staying away from sin. Ask Him to make you among those who remain calm in difficulty, grateful in ease, and consistent in their faith. My dear brothers and sisters, patience is a journey. You will not be perfect. There will be moments where you struggle, where you react, where you feel overwhelmed. But do not let that discourage you. Every effort you make counts. Every small step matters. With time, with practice, and with sincerity, you will find that patience becomes a part of who you are. And when it does, you will see its impact in every area of your life. So start today. Start small. Be mindful of your reactions. Strengthen your connection with Allah. And trust that with every effort you make, Allah is guiding you closer to becoming among the truly patient. My beloved brothers and sisters, as we come to the end of this reminder, let us bring everything together and reflect on the essence of what we have discussed. Patience is not just a word we say, it is a way of living. It is a strength that shapes your character, a light that guides you through darkness, and a bridge that connects you to the mercy of Allah. Every test you face, every delay you experience, every hardship you endure is not meaningless. It is part of a greater plan designed by Allah, a plan filled with wisdom, even if you cannot see it right now. And within that plan, patience is your greatest tool. It protects your heart from despair, your tongue from regret, and your actions from going astray. Remember that patience is not only rewarded in the hereafter, but even in this world, Allah blesses the patient with peace, clarity, strength, and unexpected goodness. And in the hereafter, the reward is beyond imagination, a reward without limit, a reward that will make every moment of struggle worth it. So hold on, no matter how difficult things become. Trust Allah when you do not understand. Remain firm when you feel weak and continue moving forward, even if it is one small step at a time. Because in the end, those who are patient are never losers. They are the ones who succeed in both worlds. May Allah make us among those who are truly patient, who trust Him completely, and who receive the best of this Arabic alif, Arabic lam, Arabic dal, Arabic noon, Arabic yet, Arabic noon, Arabic yet, Arabic alif, and the highest rewards in the hereafter.